Hey there, fishing friends and fellow angling enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're casting our sights on an exciting day, December 17th, 2025, for a deep dive into the fishing forecast across beautiful New Zealand. I've crunched the numbers and analyzed the data, and let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be a classic summer fishing adventure with a few interesting twists. Get ready, because we're going to uncover exactly why this day could be special for your lines, whether you're chasing the mighty trout in our pristine rivers or battling it out with snapper along the coast. We'll explore the weather, the water, the moon, and most importantly, how to land some fantastic fish. First up, let's talk about our beloved rainbow and brown trout in the freshwater systems, especially across the North Island's renowned lakes and rivers like Taupo, Rotorua, Wanaka, and Hawea. December is prime summer season for trout, meaning they're active, but perhaps a bit more discerning due to clearer waters and abundant natural food. Where to find them? With water temperatures on the rise, trout will be seeking comfort. Look for them in faster, more oxygenated sections of rivers or around deep drop-offs and submerged structures in lakes during the brighter parts of the day. Early mornings and late evenings, they'll move into shallower feeding grounds. What to use? This is a fantastic time for dry fly fishing as insect life is booming. Think smaller, more imitative patterns. If dries aren't doing the trick, switch to nymphs, especially hair and copper, or pheasant tail, drifted naturally. For spin fishers, small, brightly colored lures or soft plastics mimicking smelt patterns will be effective, especially when trolling in deeper lake waters. My little trick is to use a slightly longer leader in these clear summer conditions. It often makes all the difference. Now let's head to the coast for the saltwater warriors, starting with the ubiquitous snapper. They are New Zealand's most popular catch, and December is right in their peak season, especially around the North Island's Bay of Islands, Hauraki Gulf, and Coromandel. Where to find them? Snapper love shallow coastal areas and reefs. Don't be afraid to try around rocky headlands, inshore channels, and even deeper drop-offs up to 200 meters for the really big ones. They are also taken from shore. What to use? A classic stray-lining rig with fresh bait like pilchards, squid, or mackerel is always a winner. Soft plastics are incredibly effective for snapper. Try natural colors in grub or jerk shad styles worked slowly along the bottom. For a bit of fun, light jigging with small metal jigs can also produce excellent results, especially if you find a good workup. And for those seeking a true fighting challenge, the kingfish are absolutely on fire in December. These aggressive predators are a summer highlight. Where to find them? Look for kingfish around prominent reefs, pinnacles, and drop-offs where baitfish congregate. They often hold near kelp beds and other underwater structures. Northland is a well-known hotspot. What to use? This is prime time for jigging with heavy metal jigs. Think 100 to 200 gram jigs in chrome or natural baitfish colors. Topwater fishing with stick baits and poppers can be absolutely explosive on the right day, so have that dedicated spinning setup ready. Live baiting with kahawai or mackerel is also incredibly effective for targeting trophy kingfish. Alright, let's break down the conditions for December 17th, 2025. Weather. We're looking at typical New Zealand summer weather, but with some regional variations. Across the country, daytime temperatures will generally hover around 19 degrees Celsius, dropping to around 12 degrees Celsius at night. However, for areas like Christchurch, expect some heavy showers clearing in the afternoon, accompanied by strong southerly winds. In the central North Island, like Turangi, temperatures will range from about 12 to 18 degrees Celsius. That's 54 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit, with a 50% chance of rain at times and winds shifting from southeast to west-northwest. Atmospheric pressure will be somewhat variable, sitting around 994 to 996 hectopascals in places. These strong southerly winds in some areas could make coastal fishing tricky due to chop and current, potentially pushing fish deeper or into more sheltered waters. Inland lakes, depending on their orientation, might offer more protection. Fish activity often increases before or after a storm, so be alert as the weather clears. Water temperature. As it's early summer, the water is warming up. In northern coastal regions, like around Auckland, sea temperatures are comfortable, sitting around 20 degrees Celsius. However, further south, for instance around Wellington, it's cooler, averaging about 15.4 degrees Celsius. In the deep south, in places like Christchurch, the sea will be quite cold, around 14 to 16 degrees Celsius. Warmer water generally means higher fish activity and metabolism, which is great for feeding. Colder water will see fish less active and often holding deeper. Moon phase. On December 17, 2025, the moon will be in a waning crescent phase with a very low illumination of between 2.9 and 7.28%. This means we are just a couple of days away from the new moon. Many anglers believe that the period around a new moon is fantastic for fishing. With less moonlight, fish, especially nocturnal feeders, can be more active and feel less exposed, leading to a strong bite during dawn and dusk. So friends, plan your trips around those twilight hours. Overall fish activity. December is universally considered peak fishing season in New Zealand, with high activity levels for most species. Trout and salmon are abundant and actively feeding. Snapper and kingfish are also in their prime. While the strong southerly winds in some regions might make certain spots challenging, the overall biological activity is high. The key will be adapting to the localized wind and rain. Given these conditions, I'd rate the overall fishing outlook for New Zealand on December 17, 2025 as good to very good, though with potentially capricious conditions in exposed southern coastal areas. The warming waters and peak summer activity are big positives. However, that strong southerly wind and localized heavy showers could mean fish might hold deeper or seek shelter, making boat positioning and presentation crucial. For freshwater anglers, the conditions look particularly promising. So, my friends, armed with this forecast, I wish you all tight lines and, as we say, for good luck, no tail, no scales, ni chvosta, ni cheshui in Russian. Get out there, enjoy the incredible New Zealand scenery, and make some memories. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more fishing insights, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to tactics for summer fishing in New Zealand? Have you had any epic bites around a new moon? I love hearing your stories and tips. Happy fishing, everyone.